Well, the last 2 years of the COVID pandemic have reminded us human beings need physical touch. Lack of physical touch during social isolation and lockdown have taken a serious toll on our mental and physical health. Researchers have used this opportunity to examine the effects of hugging and identified multiple physical and psychological benefits. Dr. Eileen is joining us today. Thank you so much for being with us. This is a fun topic.
Thank you.
Okay, so what does it help with? How is it better for our health?
Well, we found out that with all the deprivation people have had of social touch during COVID, that they had an increase in anxiety, depression, marital discord, even substance abuse. So when they've identified these several things, the first one I want to talk about is a huge reduction in stress and anxiety.
Okay.
When you hug, it causes an increase in oxytocin. And oxytocin is thought of as our love hormone because it increases attraction, pair bonding, and trust. It also is released when men and women have orgasm. So it has an adaptive function as well. That is, when you release oxytocin, it tends to help couples to connect and decrease stress and anxiety. And although we don't have to run away from the warring tribe or the bears anymore to get to our cave, we still have a lot of daily stress. So having oxytocin helps to reduce anxiety and stress, and hugs is very effective in increasing that.
And it also helps lower your blood pressure?
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
They found with couples that they had them monitor while sitting down, and half of the couples had to hold hands for 10 minutes and then hug for 20 seconds. The other group didn't. The ones that hugged found that they had a significant decrease in their heart rate and as well as their blood pressure.
And it increases immune response?
That's the most amazing finding.
Yeah. Wow.
Couples, they did a correlation on this. Those couples who hugged more got less sick. It's that simple. They had a decrease in the frequency of illnesses, and those who did get sick had a decrease in the symptoms they expressed simply by increase in hugging.
And it also reduces pain. Explain that to me. What is that?
Well, what happened, the way they tested, this is just one of many studies, of course, but what they did is they had men actually have mild electric but uncomfortable shock, and their female partners would sit next to them and hug their arms and hold them, hug them, or caress their arms lovingly, much like a nurse might do.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, and what they found was that two things happened. One is the men could deal with more tolerance to pain, so they expressed less pain, and the women actually, their brain activity showed less stress. So it decreased stress on the giver, and it increased pain tolerance on the receiver, which is pretty cool.
And the last benefit, this makes sense, it improves your mood.
It improves your mood because not only are you releasing the oxytocin, like I said, your love hormone, but it also increases serotonin, which is why we use it in antidepressants. We think of it as our happy hormone. It's a neurotransmitter. And also dopamine. So with increase and runner's high, so you also get an increase in endorphins. So you get an improvement in your self-esteem. You also feel happier from the serotonin, and you feel this nurturing and attachment for the oxytocin.
Huh. Now, all this research done, researchers, how many hugs did they decide we need a day?
Well, research and therapists kind of got their heads together. What they've come up with is that you need 4 hugs per day for survival. And you do know people die of loneliness.
And I love we're showing Coach Fritz hugging one of his players after a historic season. That's perfect. Okay, sorry. 4 hugs per day for survival.
4 hugs for survival, right. 8 for maintenance, just like keeping going day to day, and 12 in order to really grow and feel happy and better about yourself and increase your self-esteem and safety. So bottom line is, if you want to feel good about yourself, increase your self-esteem, your happiness, your nurturing, your decrease in anxiety and stress, increase in nurturing and love and security and safety.
I mean, we really saw this with like nursing homes too.
Yes, I think this is
people
kind
of so lonely.
That's right, especially now, because people have stopped touching. They have little kids in the elementary school folding their arms when they go in. In fact, we need, as we're animals, we need to touch and love and cuddle.
And I mean, in the NICU, the babies that the moms can't be there, you see that too. They have people come in and just hug the babies.
That's right. And we'll watch animals do it to each other. And if you can't, by the way, do it for, you don't have enough people available to get 12 hugs a day, your cats, your dogs, and your pets are a very good source. And the research findings actually come out the same. So hug your animals.
Okay, Dr. Pallas, thank you so very much.
Thank you, Leslie.
April, sending you a hug.